All right. We're going live on mine too.
Uh, huh. So
It's good, isn't it?
yeah. I know.
90-second mark.
So
Saliva should be going pretty good.
I actually got Tums too. I'm glad.
Uh-huh.
All right. So what's going on, Glamorous?
You could talk.
A little bit.
Ooh.
Sounds like someone else is tasting ball. Sorry.
2 minutes.
That was as adult as the animated series. By the way, you guys can make both the Antitrekker and I eat hot stuff, which we can then not do so well, and help out the Antitrekker. You do so by it helps if you pretend it doesn't help. It doesn't exist.
Oh yeah. Helps.
I lost it. What the hell is
Halfway
it?
point.
What did I do with it? Where's your stream tip thing?
It's
Try to
In his
matchbox these?
description.
Wow.
I can post it on your channel, Laura, if you want.
Yeah, hold on. I'm having trouble like basic thinking right now. Give me a minute.
Where are we at?
Yeah, you're about 3 minutes.
About.
He stopped doing it. He stopped listening. There it is. All right. Well, but
Oh, you already did it. Okay.
yeah, hold on.
What do you mean about?
I mean, I had to close. You're at 3 minutes and 4 minutes now, 20 seconds.
Oh, good.
What?
Have you ever heard of Sequest DSV, or as I call it, Underwater Star Trek? I actually liked Sequest. I don't know. How did you guys feel about it?
Or was it 3 minutes? I think you're at 3 minutes 30 seconds.
Don't give me that crap.
Sorry.
Bird can't count. I'm timing it too.
Oh my god.
I have
No,
3
you're
minutes.
coming up on 4 minutes.
Don't you lie, Bird.
You're 10 seconds out from 4 minutes now.
You're lying.
No, he's not. I have it timed too, and
It's a,
I don't know why
Sorry, I skipped a minute. 4 minutes now.
you know what I need to do is make him eat another one instantly.
Don't tempt
There's
me.
probably going to be a rule against that.
No, he's done that.
Yeah, at the beginning of the live stream, I got hit by like 4 or 5 of them.
Right.
Back to back.
Two and chocolate.
It was rough.
So what are those chocolates? Tell me.
They're called Satan, aren't they? Like Satan's Delight?
Satan's pleasure.
Oh.
It should be coming down now a little bit.
20 seconds left.
The cheese balls are 2.2 million Scoville, which is pretty dang hot. The chocolate is rated at 13 million.
I don't know what those words
Okay,
mean.
5 minutes. Have your ice cream,
5
baby.
minutes left?
Oh,
5 minutes in, you're allowed to drink.
no.
Oh. Actually,
Wow.
at the end of the 5 minutes, it's not that bad. Let me get some. So, you were
Oh, Lordy.
talking about criticism earlier, like actual criticism and whatever.
Well, the criticism was from a person who worked on the staff at Secret Hideout.
No.
Critiquing.
No. Critiquing videos. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need to know what Doomcock read off of a Reddit post. I had a class where you had to do film criticism, but you couldn't do it. You had to do it by explaining or alluding to like other movies and things like that. You
Right.
couldn't give any kind of spoilers or anything like that. So we had to watch a foreign film and do a video on it, or do a video on it by like explaining like it's like Alice in Wonderland because of X, but not actually breaking the not actually spoiling it. It's kind of crazy. Oh god. Okay, that was fun.
Yeah, so it's not that bad as you're like, oh god.
I've actually assisted in doing play reviews for Black Box Theaters in North Hollywood. It's been a long time since I've done it, but I actually did a few of those.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. So you now run that place, is what I'm hearing?
No, I haven't done any play critiques for a long time, but
Gotcha.
But when Antitrekker was mentioning that, I knew exactly what he meant by we've lost the ability to just analyze, something and give an honest review on it, on what was the good out of it, what was the bad, like where could they have improved, what was new and new and innovative.
Have we lost the ability to do that, or has it just evolved into something for the next generation, I guess would be my question. So, like,
maybe de-evolved.
And I won't take. Well, I know everybody's like, get off my lawn because it was good when I was a kid. I get. I actually like. I wonder. I don't think. By the way, I like joking around, guys, so you can just come right back at me. I kind of like what what's his name, the Nostalgia Critic does, but not really, because really he just tells the story. I think do you guys know who Mahler is?
Yeah.
I think some of his more recent stuff kind of fits that bill a little bit. Like, now criticism is more walking through the movie with you and breaking things down versus how we've seen it in the past, like you said, the more classical sense of going over things, you know? I don't know that we see it on YouTube a lot, but I wonder if it has changed or evolved into that.
Well, Mahler, don't get me wrong, I think Mahler has some interesting breakdowns, but that's not a review either. That's a complete breakdown of every aspect of a show.
Well, no, but what he does, though, as I said, his more recent stuff I think is better. But he like will break down a scene and give reasons why he thinks it doesn't work and why how you could improve upon it and things like that. And again, I wonder if it's just an evolution of how critiquing has happened.
Right, but I don't think that's a good critique, because the problem is that for the masses right now, criticism has turned into just a shouting match of ideologues saying that this is bad because, like, for example, if I have a predisposition to dislike something for reason X, then I'm just going to say this movie sucks because of reason X. If I have a predisposition to like something, because of reason X, then I'm going to say this is going to be awesome. Because, for example, I saw, and I'm not making this up, I saw a review of Black Widow that said that Black Widow was great because there was a lot of female characters in the movie. And this came from a feminist source. Then I saw another review of Black Widow that said that the movie sucked because it was feminist propaganda. And guess what? It came from a feminist source. Now, I happen to like Black Widow, but I didn't find it either feminist, nor did I think that all the women in the movie was a reason for it to be good. All right, so Wesley, I need a clarification. Are you wanting Laura to do the chocolate, or you want to go?
All right, so 40 gets a chocolate and 10 gets a make it salty. What's that?
Okay, the salt is he needs to sprinkle some salt on the chocolate.
I don't know that I can do that. How much of the chocolate do we eat?
So that 40 is one square of the chocolate. You can handle it.
1 square. Okay. Well, we're eating it together on the bright side.
No, you get the chocolate on your own there.
You didn't just see the.
I was gonna say, does Laura get a chocolate and you get the salty?
No, he gets the chocolate as well. If you look at.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Dang you bastard! All right, I didn't see that one.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you didn't. I'm sure it was just like right above it. I get it. I understand.
I'm sorry. Hey. Where is my salt?
I don't know. That salt kind of made it less hot last time.
No, the salt. The salt has interesting pepper mix in it. Yeah, and Dreamer, I'm sorry, I did see you ask. So, the show Bible situation is an interesting one.
So what's happening?
So, that was from a lady that worked for Secret Hideout, the company behind like Star Trek Discovery and stuff like that. And she's been talking to some people online.
Okay. Do we have so let me ask this before we get too far into it.
Yeah.
Do we have a direct source? Do I have a place that I can go and see? And
Well, she's actually, you could probably talk to her yourself, which would,
Okay.
But, which PJ, do you know who Orville Nation is, PJ?
I do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's has direct contact with her, so he'd probably be the one to talk to about it.
Okay.
Do you have the salt on there and everything?
Yeah, I'm getting it on there. Hold
Okay. And then, so, oh boy.
So what?
So anyway, so she worked for them. She did a show Bible for them, and then she didn't get paid, and she's now kind of pissed at him.
What's her name?
One of the, her name is. She goes by Tinkerbell. I don't know why she goes by Tinkerbell.
Okay. Do we have confirmation she actually worked for? I'm sorry. So,
I guess I know, but she I don't know her legal name. But
okay, so if it's Orville Nation, I would come closer to believing it. So it's on your channel.
My understanding is she's legit, but anyway, but one of the things that happened during their conversation with Orville Nation on his stream was, and this is where the conversation we were talking about earlier before you came on. She was saying that she was glad that Star Trek has gotten more adult. And I don't like that. I personally think that Star Trek should be more family friendly.
Okay.
And I don't think Star Trek has ever not been adult. I just think that Star Trek has not been vulgar.
So I mean, but is she taking shots at them or what?
She doesn't want to take shots at anybody specifically at Secret Hideout, but she does want to get paid.
Okay.
For work that she says now is going on 3 years she hasn't been paid.
And she created a Bible of some.
She did a series Bible for the Section 31 series, and she says that some of the work for the Section 31 series was then picked up and used for the Discovery series.
Okay. Interesting. All right, so when are we doing this?
Whenever you're ready. You got it ready?
So what I did is I dipped it in the salt, and then I just rubbed it in there. Is that good?
Okay.
Does that count?
Fine. I sprinkled the salt on top, but same difference.
Yeah, we got a window in 30 seconds.
All right.
I'm a little sad that you didn't explain my super chat joke.
Oh, yeah. The number 15 is the I am Lore. Remember that?
I am Lore. Oh, is that from the... was your super chat. Yeah.
Yeah, where you're a Packland.
Yeah.
It's my favorite one because he put the clip of Data laughing at the end of it.
3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
No, I like this chocolate. It's very light.
Mm-hmm. There it is. There it is. Because there wasn't anything before. Oh, man. There it is. It's only on one side, too, because I only ate it on one side. Oh. Wow, that's good. That's throw up good right there. Oh, my God, it came back up.
Well, there you have it. Lord loves his chocolate so much, he wants to have it twice.
I'm all about dark chocolate.
So the chocolate is too much for Laura.
No, it's okay. Didn't Sequest have a Dark Age future? Did they? Did Sequest? Have you guys ever watched Sequest?
I watched
watching it now.
the first episode, and I thought it was kind of dumb.
1 minute.
I'm surprised the chocolate got you that hard.
Wasn't that bad until about 15 seconds in.
Oh, don't rub your eyes.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I didn't touch it with this hand.
Okay. 90 seconds.
I'm definitely going to run to get some ice cream once we hit the timer on this one. Do you have any ice cream or anything like that?
I got milk, that's it.
Yeah. I tell you, my eyes are going to be so sore tomorrow from all the crying I'm doing today.
2 minutes.
But I got to say, my sinuses are going to be cleaner than they've ever been.
Oh. All right. I'd not blame Laura for showing up at Antitrekker's house. No. No. Whew. Why didn't you like Sequest?
I don't know. I just didn't. I just thought it was dumb. I don't know why. I just didn't care for it.
I mean, it's basically...
He doesn't like the dolphin.
No, that's Life with Matthew. Life with Matthew hates the dolphin. You'll get to meet Matthew, assuming you're still here at about 9:30. He's going to join us.
Oh, I've talked to him before.
I didn't know if you'd met him.
I mean, maybe not live, but we've talked on whatever.
Oh man.
3 minutes.
Oh, that one's sneaking up on me there.
The times you've heard that. You've said that. Hey-oh! Man, y'all aren't fighting. Y'all are not as fun. I thought we'd get into arguments.
I'm trying to be nice to you. This is the first time we've streamed together in years.
Has it really been years? That's crazy.
I think so, yeah.
Let's see. Any big Fourth Doctor fan should read Scratchman. Okay.
Scratchman?
It's a book, I think. Do I think it's possible to connect Sequest and Star Trek together in the same universe?
Oh, sure.
I don't think there's anything that directly contradicts each other, but like,
You just say one. I mean, because Sequest is just in the near future, right?
But unlike Battlestar Galactica, I don't think there's anything that connects them either. Because there's stuff that connects them in Battlestar
4
Galactica.
minutes.
Oh, God. By the way, guys, I'm hanging out with Antitrekker. If you want to see us eat more unsavory and horrific stuff, you can give it there. It's $20 for a ball, $40 for an ice cream, not ice cream,
An ice cream. That'd be
a dark
nice.
chocolate thing. Lots of fun.
Ooh. Yeah, it feels like it's like burning right here.
Many times you've said that too. Oh, God.
What is with
I'm in pain and I take it
Remember,
out.
all these foods were made in China.
I'm in pain and I take it
By-
out. Whatever.
Labor of a forced nature.
And believe me, that's not the worst thing the Lord's ever said to me, not by a long shot.
Yeah, I was a pretty.
There you go. 5 minutes.
I will never forget the worst thing you've ever said.
I don't. Does it have to do with family members? Because if I had to guess, it would have to do with.
It was when my mom was.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Yeah, that's what I said. It with family members.
Mm-hmm.
So we can drink now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'll just say it has to do with my mom and your taint. We'll just leave it at that.
But not. I don't think it was her specifically. I didn't include her.
No, it was my mom and your taint.
No, I thought it was me and you and your mom.
No, it was.
Wow.
It was when she was deathly ill.
I was talking about how you and me could have a relationship while she was like
No,
passing
dude.
away. That's horrible. Who says things like that?
You were such a.
That's bad. No one should say stuff like that, like ever.
You were the worst.
I mean, we could have did it with my parents too, though. I mean, fair is fair. Oh God.
Wes, I don't know what we walked into here.
I have no idea either. I was gonna say though is I'm gonna have to step away for a little while for dinner. But when Life with Matthew finally gets on, and if he wants to play that game, I'm able to come back.
Oh, okay. Have a good one, Wes.
So yeah, I'll try to be watching, but
Yeah, I'll talk to you later.
maybe Cinnabon will finally get up here.
Who knows? Maybe me and Laura will be dead.
It's quite possible.
Yeah, come on, everyone, super chat, super chat, super chat.
Super chat 150, and we have to mix it all together in like a bowl, and then pour milk in it, eat it like a paste.
Oh God! Stop. So, what was I gonna? Oh yeah. So you do you know how to play Tabletop Simulator, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what we were talking about. Matthew talked me into getting Tabletop Simulator, and he wants to play some things on, but neither of us know how to play it at all.
I mean, it's not hard. It's like anything else. You load it up, and then there's a template that you can download, like a mod or whatever, and you start it like a game, and then you're just inside. Because I've done my Star Trek. I won't say arcade. No, what the hell is it? I'm sitting right here. Star Trek Adventures, and it's inside of a holodeck. I actually invited you to that, but I think you were busy or didn't see, or you had a lot of stuff going on at that point.
Oh man! So, man, this was a horrible idea.
I agree.
I blame Bird. Since
A game I think you guys would like was it's called MMORPG Tycoon 2, and you literally create RPG. Well, literally, you create an RPG and people play in it. It's a tycoon game, but
that's cool.
yeah, they only have medieval stuff right now. So, but hopefully they move towards it.
I was thinking about the fact that it's kind of an annoyance that, like, I love. Remember when we went to BlizzCon, and I love the Diablo games. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm psyched for Diablo 4. Even though Diablo 3 was a disappointment, I'm psyched for Diablo 4.
I'm looking forward to the remaster of Diablo 2.
Yeah, I am too. Actually, it's coming next month, or not next month, but September.
I'm excited about that.
But with the man, I tell you that stuff hits. I'm still burning.
I more agree with you. I think the ball was worse than that, but it was still pretty bad. That wasn't good.
Yeah.
I don't like anything about it. I will, if I don't finish those off, I'll have to either return them to you or throw them away, because kids cannot get a hold of that.
You don't want the kids to eat that.
Yeah, that'd be a bad day.
Although Josh was the cat, he'd eat that and he'd be like, whatever.
Come on, you pants. One thing I know you're talking about. One thing I don't like about Diablo 4. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know. I need it for it to release for me to better understand. But one thing that concerns me about it is that it's like with Diablo 3, and it really started in Diablo 2, they've stopped making it about the story, and they're more worried about it being a point and click and like that. Like, for when you remember Diablo, and this could just be, again, nostalgia, me remembering as a kid, but basically you were, if I remember correctly, you were effectively a blank slate. You come into this town, you try to figure what's going on, and as you go down, you can become whatever you want to become. You can learn magic. You can be a fighter. And so with with 2, they gave specific classes, but there was still a story there, so they still did pretty good. Right. Diablo 3, it feels like they're more concerned about a point and click than they are.
Well, Diablo 3, I think that's where they went wrong. Was it's just 100% loot game, and I think what they were trying to do was just to try and push everything to the real money auction house because they were trying to make money off of it. And then the real money auction house ended up a dismal failure.
Right.
And so then they've been trying to do damage control ever since.
I remember you doing a video on that, which I think it was on the Antitrekker one, wasn't it? Or was it on Rational Roundtable?
That was probably back in the Rational Roundtable days. And I think that was just, they just made a huge mistake with the real money auction house.
Right.
But I think with Diablo 4, they need to bring back the emphasis on the character as opposed to just on loot.
Yeah, I would like again to do like have a blank slate and maybe do it that you can go down like you can choose a class or you could multi-class, something like that. I think that'd be interesting.
Have you played Path of Exile at all?
I have. I've seen you play it too. Mm-hmm. By the way, before we get in that, Jennifer Huff-Nagel donated, which I'll make sure gets to you, but asks, no spicy food just yet though. There's no Charlie quadrant. Why in Star Trek is there no Charlie quadrant? There's an Alpha, a Beta, a Delta, and a Gamma.
That's because they are Greek numbers, not English.
Greek letters.
Yeah, Greek letters, not English.
Gamma is C.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Why did they decide to do that?
Because they're stupid.
Because they're dumb.
Yeah.
They're dumb people.
And Joe Biden donated $1. Thank you, Joe, and says, "Hello, John, and who is that pretty lady next to you? I'll order you to eat bugs. Enjoy the 4th, number 22.
Hey, baby. Want to ride?
The reason he's saying that is you remember that very old video where you said, you remember what you said?
I remember at the end I said I got someone tithed. I remember that.
Yeah. You said, hey, you want what was it? You want to talk? Let me talk to you about Jesus or something.
Well, because we were mocking the hardline Christians, because that's exactly what they thought. Oh man, back in the day, that was some crazy stuff.
That's why I say, man, we need to. It's so stupid. We were ahead of the curve. That's the problem. We were starting to do this stuff on YouTube before that stuff became popular.
Right. I think we just didn't know how to get the word out, because if we could have got the word out, some of the stuff we did would have, I think, skyrocketed.
I think he just wants to film you an address again.
I do. I really do. I do want to make more videos of Lauren address.
Not the only one. I honestly, honest to God, because I actually watch your stuff when I get a chance. And I remember you said at one point it'd be funny if I was like skipping down or whatever. If it had happened when I actually had bandwidth to do so, I was going to do that without even being prompted. Like you just have the thing focused on the road or whatever, and then someone would see me, and I'd do it like 3 times to see if anyone would notice.
Yeah, it would be hilarious.
No. Oh.
It'd be like with the bird feeder there, and just completely at random, like you in a sundress, just like rolling in the grass, like in a sundress and a wig, and just like rolling, like
and then a smile like they do, like in the movies.
Oh man, there's so many things I can think of. Just Lauren a dress. I can think about 1,000 things I would do with Lauren a dress right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Most of them involving him saying things about Kuroga too.
I mean, I can
Let's
be
not
bought.
bring
I have a
Kuroga into
patron.
it.
I can be a huge advocate for Kuroga. We all have a price, babies. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's been a while. There hasn't really been. It's like you said though. If we did that, we would just have to embrace the toxic culture because you can't really do anything right now and have it be all that civilized. Like I've taken a couple of shots and I'll stop, but like even with Trek, there's just so much you have to take a side or you have to anger people. You can't really just have a conversation about it, you know?
I wonder if there's a way, and this is where I'm thinking, because you and I have both, we've. Is there a way? Is there a place where we could, with our weird senses of humor and everything, poke fun at the toxic culture?
I mean, without it responding and backlash, I don't necessarily. I don't think there's really a way to, at least on YouTube. I mean, maybe there's other places, YouTube and Twitch, because Twitch is the same way.
Yeah.
I don't. Again, you just have to like embrace it, you know. Like I said, when it comes to all of this, I accept it, and then I go with the logical course. But I think there can be a conversation, like even with Trek, like talking about the good and the bad and the diversity versus all of this. I think it's possible to have that conversation, but if you want views, you're going to have people go on extreme sides, or at least pretend like they're on extreme sides. And if you don't do that, you just have to accept that that toxic culture is going to come to you and just deal with it however you deal with it, you know? But I mean, yeah, I didn't know what you wanted to talk about too, but I think that's, like you said, that's an interesting topic we could get into as well that maybe interested, and people watching may be interested. But for me, I think that I've come to the acceptance of two things. I think Star Trek has one of the main things of Star Trek is that it's always tried something new. It's always tried to be out there, right? So,
Right.
The original series, Utopia, Wagon in Space. The Next Generation was being more advanced, looking at subject matter of the time. With DS9, we had a black captain in war. Voyager, we had a female captain, and they did a really brave thing there and decided to do bad writing, which I thought was
that was brilliant.
yeah.
I mean,
They went back they went back to the well, and then the Enterprise, we did it beforehand, and I don't know, Enterprise they didn't really do a lot with, I don't think. So, but when you look at Legacy Trek, which is what I call, however you want to phrase it, they hey buddy, I don't want you to get any of this, so go lay down. They tried to talk about nuance and the spirit and like the story of the day and stuff like that. And I think like Discovery era Trek, or Kurtzman Trek, whatever we want to call it, has really moved towards.
By the way,
Go ahead.
I don't know if you've heard me say this, but I think it works well. Is I say there's 3 generations of Trek. So there's generation 1 is TOS through the first 6 Trek films. So basically everything with Kirk in it.
Right.
And then you have generation 2 is the Next Generation through Enterprise. And then generation 3 is Star Trek 2009 through present.
Okay.
Which is basically everything that Kurtzman has been involved in. So Star Trek 2009, Discovery, Picard, Lower Decks, and Strange New Worlds.
Right. Yeah, I can see that. But I
just say, so Gen 3 Trek is what we have now.
So the latest iteration, I think they moved away from story and nuance. I think it's getting better, but I think they moved away from story and nuance and more focused on like diversity and writing, at least in their opinion, righting wrongs and bringing people to the forefront, which again, in a way, I think is very Trek because it's starting something new. I don't know if it's the best. I like that they're walking the walk and talking the talk. I just kind of wish we had some more legacy Trek to it as well. You know?
Well, I think the problem is that it's the identity politics of Generation 3 is all that they seem to really care about. At least currently, it's like that's so primary to them that they're willing to let story or character or basically anything suffer. And the only thing that doesn't suffer as a direct result of the politics of the show is the visual effects. And that's just because they're not related. Mm-hmm. And so the visual effects are pretty and the sets are nice looking, but there's really no effort in storytelling at all. And the characters are so bland because there's no effort put into them that you end up with, like Michael, everybody makes the comparison of Michael Burnham to a plank of wood because there's no character there. She's just perfect.
I think it depends on what you're looking for. Again, like you said, if you're looking for the writing that you had in Gen 1, if that's what we want to call it, Gen 2, then it's not there. But when it comes to expansion, they do expand with identity politics more than anything else. I will say this. I think there is a return to more nuanced writing in Picard, or not Picard, not at all. In Discovery Season 3 and Lower Decks. And I hope they keep that trend. I'm sorry.
Right, Lower Decks. I think that Mike. I always forget. Is it McMahon?
McMahon. Yeah, I have trouble saying his name too. But that's
anyway, Mike. Obviously, you can tell he's a big fan of Trek. That he's a nerd. And I've enjoyed Lower Decks from so far. No major complaints about that show.
Right.
But as far as, and with Discovery, I got to say, the reason I'm somewhat optimistic about Strange New Worlds is because Anson Mount's take on Captain Pike was the most positive thing I saw in Discovery, especially in Season 2. I actually really liked Anson Mount as Captain Pike, and then they said, "Oh yeah, we're getting rid of him. Back to the grind."
Right.
And so it's like, but I liked him. Oh well. And so I'm hoping that if we get more of that character and he's fleshed out a bit more, if they continue with Ethan Peck Spock minus the singing lower short treks thing that they did, because I'm sorry that was not Spock, but I liked Spock other than in that short treks. And we'll see what they do with number 1, because unfortunately having number 1 have a salad and sing a song, that's not enough to really establish a character.
Right.
But,
didn't she have a cheeseburger?
Oh yeah, cheeseburger. Sorry, you're right.
A vegan cheeseburger, no less.
Was it a vegan cheeseburger?
I don't know if it is. I know that that's a big thing in Trek these days, though.
Yeah.
Is for it all to be. I mean, it's actually interesting. There's a good argument that all of them are like vegan or whatever.
What's the point in that? I mean, we're not herbivores. Humans are omnivores.
Well, the only thing I guess is the argument, and remind me for Jennifer because Jennifer asked a question, Huffnagel. The argument is that if we can eat vegan or substitutes and not have to slaughter animals and such, then that's probably the best option for us.
Well, in TNG, Riker did say that time that all their meat was replicated.
Right. Well, yeah.
That they were beyond hunting.
And they made a big deal.
And then in Picard, he's hunting rabbits.
They mocked people who ate
those were bunny corns. Get it right, Bird.
And then they ate them too on pizza, didn't they?
Yeah, because.
But anyway, what were we talking about? I don't know.
Or was it better to be vegetarian, vegan, or whatever?
Oh, but we had something before I interrupted. It was just interesting that they had that. By the way, one thing Jennifer did say on here is why is Star Trek so toxic? Is the Star Trek universe really that polarizing, or is it commentators that need to create controversy for click? I think it's tribalism.
I do too, and this is something I talked about before you came on, Lauren. I want to get your take on this. But first, real quick, Mercer put in $1 and says, anyone ever watch Lore Runner's Trek reviews? I know that Lore Reloaded loves Lore Runner.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of his work.
Yeah, and so, Lore Reloaded is a huge fan of Lore Runner. They're long, insightful, bland, and all that. Anyway, it's been a long road getting from there to here. So,
I don't know. I know you don't have a lot of time or anything, but if you ever get into a point where you do, or where you just want to listen to some interesting stuff, because what he does is he actually reads all of the behind-the-scenes books, and he watches like the interviews and everything, and then he goes over it all, and so he's able to add a really interesting dynamic. And he's overall a good guy. I mean, if you ever want to meet another Trekkie, he's worth doing.
So here's what I want to say as far as the toxicity of Trek, and I think this is something we all, and I mean all of the fans, need to work on. And I don't know that, and this is, I don't know that there's an easy solution, but we all need to be a part of the solution, and I don't know if it can happen or not. And that is that I think that identity politics and all that have always been a part of Trek. It just hasn't always been in the forefront of Trek like it has been in recent years. And I think that, unfortunately, some fans have kind of drawn battle lines as far as people that have identified more left and right. I think that people that identify as conservative versus liberal have always been Star Trek fans. And I think that liberals and conservatives have been Star Trek fans for as long as there has been Star Trek. But now liberals and conservatives are starting to fight using Star Trek as a battlefront. That needs to stop. We need to stop fighting over whether or not Star Trek is liberal or Star Trek is conservative, because it's neither. It's Star Trek. And instead, we can look at aspects of Trek that are poor, like, say, the writing of a character like Michael Burnham, because her character is flat and just not a well-rounded character, instead of fighting about whether or not her character is liberal or conservative or whatever. If you are, and I will say this, if you're upset because Stamets is gay, then you're wrong. And I know that, like, for example, most of my conservative friends that I consider my friends don't give a crap about the fact that Stamets is gay. And in fact, Stamets is actually one of the better characters on Discovery, which isn't saying much, because most of the characters on Discovery are, kind of bland.
I don't know. Can you say that one more time? Because I want to make sure I understood before we. So you say Stamets, the relationship was bad, or what about Stamets that people have an issue with?
I'm saying that if your issue with Stamets is that the character is gay, you got problems.
Right.
Right. If your problem with Stamets is that he's not well written, okay. And for example, like Culver, Stamets' lover, I think is very poorly written. I don't like Culver.
Right.
But it has nothing to do with Stamets. I actually really like. I think that Culver was just kind of thrown in so that he has a new boyfriend, and I don't particularly like the way that he was done. I think that Stamets should have been left as the tragic character whose former lover was killed on the other ship, because that kind of left him as like this tragic character. But then they wanted to put him, they added Culver, I think, and it felt like he was kind of tacked on. And in fact, when it felt like Stamets lost someone who was really important to them, and then like 2 episodes later, oh yeah, here's the new guy. But
Culber, I'm sorry, go ahead.
But the problem isn't whether or not Stamets is gay, and it's like when they started making a big deal over whether like I know that some people got worked up over, hey guys, like remember when they were like we're going to introduce Star Trek's first what was it, first transgender character, and it's like, really? This is Star Trek's first transgender character? Because I'm pretty sure Star Trek has had transgender characters for a very long time. But, and so now the producers and everybody's trying to make a big deal out of this stuff. Like, this is not what, Star Trek, you don't have to, like, try to push this is what it's all about. And then all of a sudden you have people on the other side trying to push that this is, and it's like, guys, why are we turning this into a battlefield? This is not what Star Trek is all about.
Sure. Well, first off, a very beautiful person is watching us, just so you know. But beyond that, there's 2 things to that. Well, there's a couple things to that. So, how do we want to go about this? I think the doctor, Culver, is it Culver or Culber? Whatever. The doctor.
I think it's Culver. Like with a V.
I think I liked. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I liked him in the season 2 with the when they finally go to the mirror universe or whatever. Like Stamets had been lying to him, and he found out that Stamets had been lying to him. He was pretty angry with him, but he was there to support him because dude was going through like just a hellacious event, and that felt really really real to me. There were some points I think that needed work for sure. The problem I have, and this happens on both sides of any topic, right? It doesn't matter if you're conservative or liberal. People will say that they're not upset about X, but they just remove themselves one step. So let me give you an example. So someone will say, well, I'm not homophobic. I'm not mad that he's gay. Or that he's homosexual. I'm mad that they're always showing homosexual people. And I don't, it feels like they're always mad at that, even when there are instances where it happens naturally. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know that people mean to or are, in fact, like homophobic or whatever, X topic, right? X topic phobic. I just think that they overblow an issue to a degree. And it feels like a lot of people are doing that with Stamets.
With Stamets, you know what, and that's interesting because I think that with Stamets, like I said, he's on Discovery. He's probably my favorite character.
Right.
Not as far as regular characters. Like I said, my favorite character on all of Discovery is Captain Pike, but he was kind of just a guest star. But as far as the regular characters, yeah, I really liked him. What I didn't like was that, okay, so Stamets is kind of sort of your chief engineer, kind of sort of not very well defined because he's kind of sort of also the guy in charge of the magic mushrooms, but kind of sort of not really. He just designed the drive, but not the mushrooms, but anyway, he's there.
Right.
And then but then Michael Burnham shows up and she's better at it than he is.
Right.
And so that's part of the problem. And by the way, Mercer, thank you, throws in a couple of bucks. Let me answer his questions real quick. First of all, let me see. Mercer was asking, why is my hand black? That's the glove to protect me from the nasty spices from these wonderful snacks that we've been enjoying. And then, well, that's weird. What happened to the... Oh, and if you're 20 minutes into a track... Wait, hold on, my thing's being weird. I blame Lore.
You should. Oh, after you answer those, I actually got another point, too.
Okay. But the main thing is that, like... here we go. Why is your hand black? Okay, what made the 90s Trek and Orville great is that they didn't show off the diversity. They just did it, and they put the story and characters first over politics. I tend to agree there. I do think that when it flows organically as opposed to, hey, guys, check this out, it works much better. And the problem is, it's not even... And this is part of the problem, is that we didn't have the internet back in the 90s.
And that I'll agree with, for sure.
Right. And that is part of the problem, because what happens now is that now we have people saying, hey, guess what, everybody? We got an LGBT character. You're going to love it. And it's like, you know what? People don't, that does not necessarily help when you have people that don't want to hear that all the time. And so, that hurts the situation.
It goes both ways, though, right? Because, I mean, I don't know if you're a lot more, you have a lot more sympathy. No, I don't want to say sympathies. You're on better terms with some than me, so I don't want to necessarily get you into anything. But it seems like some channels instantly jump on it, whether someone says it or not. It just goes both ways at this point, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, okay, so Mercer puts here, so you're 20 minutes into a Star Trek episode, and there's a narrative, then you have Stamets and Culber kissing, it freezes the narrative. It's not Disco's fault that it still freezes the drama, but it is their fault for being tone deaf. And so, now, I will say this. I kind of get what you're talking about. So, it would be like this. So, forget about the fact that it's Stamets and Culber. If you're watching an episode of, say, Star Trek The Next Generation, and you're in the episode, it doesn't matter what's going on. So Picard is negotiating, typical episode, Picard is trying to negotiate peace between the Zeons and the Gluons, and he's working on negotiating this, and he's really frustrating because they hate the fact that they like color blue, and they hate the fact that they like the color red. And Picard is just throwing his hands up, and he's like, all right, we'll reconvene tomorrow. I don't know what we're going to do. And then you cut to the commercial break, and then you come back and you see the Enterprise go by like you always do at the end of the commercial break. And then what you see is Troy and Riker making out, and then Riker saying, well, got to go to the bridge and do my job. And then he goes up to the bridge to do his job. That's the kind of thing, that's the kind of thing it feels like they're inserting into the show.
So,
and forget about the fact that it happens to be two dudes. It's like they're showing off the relationships in the crew like it's important when it shouldn't be, when it's just like a casual thing. I don't care about, I'll give you a counterexample. When there was a scene from season 1, I think it was, when Culver kissed him just before he went into the spore drive, I think it was before he went into the spore drive, when he thought he was going to die. I didn't have a problem with that. But if it's just like some random thing that has nothing to do with the plot of the episode, and they're just showing him kissing, yeah, that's out of place and unnecessary. Gratuitous is gratuitous.
So first, I'm going to challenge you and ask you, what specific episode do we see?
I'd have to go back and rewatch the whole season to tell you that.
Well, we have a chat full of wonderful people who can assist us. So give me a scene. Give me a specific episode so we can look at that. But the other thing is again, it's really interesting to me, because I understand your point that it's being yelled on the other side, but when you had instances in Legacy Trek or First Generation Trek, maybe second gen, but first for sure, there wasn't as much complaint. There wasn't as much. It's like, oh well, this doesn't add anything to it. But we're not creating 30-minute to 2-hour episode live stream. Again, that goes back to not having the internet, but it really feels like
I would bet if we did have the internet, though, we would be divided over that stuff.
You think that there would be people being like, "Oh, we don't need to have Troy and Riker kissing," and like,
people would be
so many videos.
You don't think that people would be talking about what a misogynist Kirk is? You don't think that people would be talking about what a womanizer Riker was? You don't think that people would be talking about, all the horrors of what, because come on, there's always every time anything comes out, everybody is either the best or the worst of everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the nature of the internet, and unfortunately, everybody on the internet, and like you said it yourself, everything's got to be extreme. Everybody's got to be either the best or the worst ever.
So let me ask you this: would we agree that historically, people who have been homosexual have had I don't want to use oppressed because that's such a heavy word, but oppressed, or at least one step below oppressed? They've had a pretty, not recent, but historically they've had a pretty tough time for people who have been
homosexual. I'm not denying that.
Okay, so do you think, could you understand why once we're finally getting to a point where it's allowed to be normalized, where we're allowed to see it, how it could be hurtful to people because now that they're actually able to show it, we're having such a reaction to it? Do you know what I'm saying?
Then let's put a positive Christian on the show then.
Okay.
Because they're being oppressed on TV right now.
Oh, so man, those poor Christians.
Yeah. Just show me. Wait. Come on. James. Okay, you show me. Show me the positive Christian role model.
Isn't Pike religious?
Huh?
Isn't Pike religious?
Apparently not, because they dropped it after the first episode.
No, I think he's religious.
He just mentioned that he was raised in a religious environment. That's all they said. So we don't know.
I mean, does he have to be doing like the Holy Father thing every time for?
That's first of all, you know full well that's Catholic specifically. So we don't know.
Catholics, you don't consider Catholics Christian?
We don't know what he is. I'm just saying.
I was just saying that I consider Catholics Christian. That's why I did that.
I know, but we don't know what he is. You're acting like, well, okay. And besides that, you want to sit there and act like, oh, well, hey, they gave props to Wicca. There we go. That's equal, right?
Did they give props to?
Yeah, didn't you pay attention to the episode? Come on. They put Wicca and Christianity and all that like they're all the same thing. Isn't that great? Oh, look. Hey, there you go, Christians. We did you props, right? We put a freaking church where we put the cross and we said, look, we put Christians and Wiccans together because you guys are great. There you go.
Because they've never had issues before, Christians and Wiccans.
They actually did that in the episode. So no, come on.
So first.
That would happen.
I don't accept the poor Christian.
Well, you know what? Then show me the positive Christian role model.
Okay, so there's two things we're talking about, two different things that we're talking about. I'm assuming you mean Kurtzman era, and we're talking about Trek. Because I can show you several.
Well, sure, from TOS you can show me some stuff, sure. But in the last 50 years, it's a little tougher.
I mean, Deep Space Nine and Enterprise. Deep Space Nine had positive religious roles, and then in Enterprise they specifically had Christians and talked about them in multiple episodes. Not a lot.
I don't think Ned Flanders quite counts, Thomas.
I wish they had Ned Flanders in there. I really feel like he talked about it more. I'll have to do more research.
But you know what I'm saying, Laura. I mean,
if we're talking about Trek, are they promoting Christian values? No.
In television and film in the modern era, it's becoming more. Christians are generally portrayed as psychopaths, rapists, and or exorcists. That's pretty much what you get.
I don't know about the rapist part. I think
child rapist is a pretty common thing. And
going back to that Catholic.
Yeah, back to the Catholic thing. I didn't say it. And But
Sorry, I thought they gave 50
and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. For example, I think that the best thing as far as the way that you treat gay relations in a television show is to normalize, is to say that, like, for example, the way that they treated Stamets and Culver for the most part in season 1, I didn't have a problem with. The only time I have a problem with it is when they go, if and when you go out of your way to call attention to it. That's when I have a problem with it. Okay, it would be like if, and honestly, they did do this in TOS a little bit later on, but in the first season, for the most part, they didn't. Is that if every episode of TOS, if Kirk had to say, "Boy, it sure is great that you're black, Uhura," that would be annoying, right?
Well, I tell you.
Hey, Sulu, I sure am glad that you're from Japan. That would get.
To be fair, I'm the more I look into the original series when it comes to that, the sadder it makes me. They always put her in the background. Did you notice that? I get that it's groundbreaking groundbreaking. It's definitely pushing the mold that they had a diverse cast, but she almost never got really good roles, especially in the movies. They throw her in the. It's just. Anyway,
well, she was also not one of the main characters, to be fair.
Sure. That's going on another tangent. I was just saying, I never noticed it until I looked into it.
And I agree, but at the same time, like I said, she wasn't one of the main characters. You also didn't see Sulu being one of the main featured characters either most of the time. But he was in front just because that was his station.
Right.
Dreamers out there, thank you, puts in a couple of bucks, says, don't forget the poor woman who always got... Oh, jeez.
I don't even know what he's talking about. Was that?
Well, we were kind of jokingly talking. It's right, some of the stuff from Discovery, because remember, Worf. Worf had relations with Dax, and of course, Discovery retconned the fact that Klingons have 2 dicks.
Right. Yeah. I didn't like that.
Yeah, and so.
I think it was like alluded to in Legacy or something, and then they just like what? That's what I heard. I don't know. I could remember.
There was one episode in TNG where Beverly said that Klingons have a lot of
redundant
duplicate organs.
Oh, is that where they got it from? That's fantastic.
Of course, they have one mouth, one nose. So why would you think they have, anyway.
Maybe they're like the Krogans from Mass Effect. What was I talking about?
They're called Korogans.
I'm pretty sure that if Worf had 2 things, that Jadzia would have said something about it.
Well, she did have to go to the sick bay an awful lot after they did it.
I'm pretty sure that's probably why she chose Worf over the Doctor. That would make sense. That is fully within her character.
I think.
Then Bashir would have at least said he'd understand why.
I think it
he can't compete with that.
I think it totally explains why every time they had sex, she ended up in the sick bay.
Yeah, but Ezri also had sex with that.
Right. And how many times, she probably ended up in the sick bay as well.
No.
She was pretty beat up. Well, maybe she could take it more. I don't know. Why are you kink shaming Ezri? Is the better question, Bird of Prey.
They were prisoners of war when it happened.
I know. So she was pretty.
Maybe Ezri just enjoys a little bit of rough stuff.
Helped her take the pain away. Oh my God, that's horrible. Okay.
Anyway, I'll be right back. I need to use the restroom real quick. So you guys enjoy talking about Ezri's orifices. I'll be right back.
Also, Deanna too. She doesn't strike me as someone who would.
But you don't know, right? To be fair.
To be fair, I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I'm gonna ask you to prove, or not prove, but give me dialogue or such.
I mean, I guess being Fluxwana's daughter, she probably had a healthy libido herself.
I mean, they made it seem like all Betazoids were pretty. Betazoids and Trill had a pretty healthy sex life. Like for instance, I don't know if how recent you've watched TNG season 1, like episode 1, episode 2, episode 3. They are like thirsty. She is like insanely amorous in like for several episodes. It's insane.
That is why she was on the show.
Yeah, so I'm glad they toned that down. They ultimately toned that down, which I thought.
With Jazia, they turned it up in DS9.
Yeah.
The first few episodes, she was above it.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, relations. These are for people with one lifetime.
Well, yeah. Interestingly, because of the dialogue and everything, the Trill are generally pretty based on the dialogue, because I had to do research of this because I was doing a video and I looked at I watched some other stuff. The Trill seem pretty reserved when it comes to like sexual relations and stuff like that, and Jadzia was like broke the mold. Either that or they just decided to retcon it. But in a lot of the earlier stuff, like you said, it was like the Trill didn't get too fancy with stuff.
Yeah, for me it seemed like join Trill.
Right. It was
were the ones who were reserved. Mm-hmm. And we didn't really know any unjoined Trill until later in DS9.
Right. And I mean, I don't know. They retconned the Trill so bad too.
That's true. In TNG, they were completely different species.
Yeah. Well, and the interesting thing is just when you watch the first time the Trill were introduced, it makes the symbionts look so bad. Right, but they retcon it away in the second one, in the DS9 and everything. You doing well, Bert? I know you had some stuff going on. Everything going well?
Yeah, things are going well. I was begging for a cardiologist who could see me at my house. And after enough, it did take a while, but it worked.
Okay.
So I'm under the care of a cardiologist. They changed up my meds. I'm feeling good. Things are going well.
Good. I'm glad, man. I know some stuff. I unfortunately had fallen out of all of this just because of stuff going up on my end, but I'm glad you're doing okay.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think of how much of a fight I want to get into, because you and me disagree on a lot, and I don't know if I don't know if I want to have you and me screaming when Trekker gets back. Of course, if he gets too upset, I'll just donate $50 and make him eat something. So I mean, there could be that. Because I've planned for this. I have.
No, we disagree on all that much.
I know. I'm just making a joke. I'm gonna wait for him to get back because there's a lot that I want from both of you guys. It's just intriguing to see it from the different points of view and to actually be able to have a conversation with you guys. Because for me, like the interactions and stuff that I've had has been a bit more. It's either by myself, because again I don't have a lot of bandwidth for anything, or with like more liberal types and such as that. So it's always fun to come back and to be able to at least engage in, and again to do it and none of us get mad at each other.
I highly doubt they have vagina teeth, Cinnabon.
Who?
The Trill.
They might. You never know.
And they possibly do. Some species out there probably does.
Some species. Let's see. I heard that Roddenberry wanted Troy to be hypersexual intersex character in the original Phase 2 concept. That sounds like Gene Roddenberry, but it sounds so horrific.
I remember hearing about how Roddenberry, in the episode where Wesley gets arrested for stepping on the grass, that, I don't know, supposedly Roddenberry told that writer that, oh yeah, there's going to be orgies going on in the background and stuff. And like, they had to come over to the writer and just say, no, ignore him. None of this is going to happen. They're just going to be dressed with skimpy clothing.
Well, and he wanted that in the original series too. He did a lot of that, so that's not anything. You know, again, when it comes to Roddenberry, he was, and it's just like George Lucas in my opinion.
You're a good dog.
And yeah, so anyway, I think that Antitrekker honestly is a bigot when you think about it. I really.
Oh, not only a bigot, but also
one of the
phobic about just about everything.
One of the largest
under
bigots.
the sun.
I mean, he hides it. He's like, yeah, I'd hate it if it was in TNG or what. But we really know he just doesn't like homosexual people. That's just fact.
Oh, me? What?
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. What's up?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Didn't see it. No, but going back to what we actually were saying. Roddenberry, like Lucas, I think are great universe creators. I think they have a great, and it wasn't just Trek for Roddenberry. I like the Andromeda universe too. He could really create great places for people and stories to inhabit. He just wasn't good at populating it. Other people did a really good job with populating those areas.
Well, that's where Gene Coon and DC Fontana and stuff like that really fleshed out the Trek universe.
Right.
Yeah, you really coined a term earlier today with Coon Trek.
Yeah.
I was quite offended, but...
Well, I'm glad you were offended, but Coon Trek is really... Because, like, people were saying the Berman Trek and Kurtzman Trek. Well, Coon Trek is really...
Am I going to need to shut down my live stream? Is what I mean.
Yep.
What the hell are you guys? Are you talking about the writer?
Gene
Coon.
That's what I thought. I was like, man, out of context, that sounds so bad.
And
I know.
I just got a $1 donation from the Lore Appreciation Society. By the way, Lore, just so you know, I get $1 donations from the Lore Appreciation Society almost every day. And they said, all hail the God King Lore, off with his shirt.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I get your dad comes to my channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Antitrekker's dad will come and talk in my channel.
Well, I didn't know that. That's amazing. So he's coming back from the grave, and
yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah. And Mercer, my Orville model is not missing. I actually took it off the shelf. It's right here because we were talking about the Orville earlier, and I pulled it up to talk about it.
He was going to feed it to Auntie. Don't.
What are you talking about?
You were gonna put the spicy salt on it and feed it to Auntie as punishment.
What? You smoking?
Wasn't that before or after you were going to make him eat some of the chocolate too?
Yeah, that chocolate's bad for dogs.
So it is bad for dogs. So let's go back and talk about something real quick too. So let's all be honest with each other, okay? We can go back and say that they did stuff in the Legacy Trek. Now there are exceptions. So I think Uhura is a good exception. I think that Uhura, the interracial kiss, I think that was a good exception. I think in almost every series. I even think in Voyager there's a couple, but not Enterprise. But almost every series, in first and second generation, you have good exceptions. But when people go back and they talk about, well, they had all this in Legacy Trek, they did it in such a weak sauce that I think that doing it the way they're doing it in third generation makes a little sense. Let me give you an example, and maybe you have a counterexample for me. But a lot of people will say, well, look at Dax. They obviously had trans people. Look at Dax. If they did, that was a very weak and very, I don't even want to say subtle. It was just like a one-off where they were trying to put that there just to give it, but not actually to have their cake and eat it too. It's almost like Disney. You know how Disney will just throw in this one character, have like 2 shots of them and say that they had representation in their movies? It really feels like people try to overemphasize something that wasn't there.
Well, I would say there's a DS9 episode where Quark literally has a full-on sexual reassignment surgery.
Did he have a sexual I don't think they...
Yes, he took off his clothes completely, and he was completely female.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the one they were... Well, first off, I don't remember that. I believe you. I don't remember that doing that. But the second thing, wasn't that the one where they were trying to make it funny? It's just funny being...
It was. It was played for laughs, but he did have it.
Yeah, it was done
Oh.
as a joke, but he actually did have the surgery.
He went through with the surgery.
He actually had his penis removed and all that. Yeah.
So it's progressive. It's progressive if you mock the person you're trying to represent, or
No,
I don't know. If I'm getting too aggressive, we don't have to talk about this. I'm just saying it. I think it's
no, I'm not. It's fine. I'm just saying that he did go through with the surgery.
I didn't know that.
Went 100% in just to make his point. He was that committed.
So, first of all, Positive Trekker donated $1 and says, glad to see this stream has higher standards these days instead of that dang pink bunny. Hail, Lord, Lore Reloaded.
Heck yeah. Do all these add up and we eventually have to eat, or do they have to give it all in one stroke?
No. Somebody would have to put in a $20 donation.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh,
puts in
hello,
put that in their
positive
mind.
candor.
Is what you're saying.
yeah.
Kapla, for the price.
Blah, positive candor.
So, I have an interesting argument that I would like to make, is that I don't necessarily think that Trek is supposed to be aggressively pushing the boundaries the way that I think that Kurtzman is trying to do with the current iteration of Trek.
That's what I was going to say.
Right.
To just circle back to lore, the fact that the way they did it more subtly in Generation 1 and 2, I think that's fine, because being a trans person or being a gay person, that doesn't define your entire life. That's one aspect of your life. Okay? I mean, you're not supposed to be, you shouldn't see somebody and say, what do you see? I see a gay person. No, I see a person. They're, 10 other things, and they happen to be gay or they happen to be trans. I don't want to, you don't want to define somebody by their sexuality, by their skin color, by any one mean. You want to define a person by, the content of their character.
Right.
Well,
let me say this, Laura. I think that as far as dealing with sexuality, Orville did it better with Bortus. If you want to talk about if you want to talk about dealing with sexuality, that's how you do it in a sci-fi way. You do it in a sci-fi way. Okay. And quite frankly, they did it in a sci-fi way with Bortus.
I don't disagree that I think I don't know about sci-fi way, but I don't disagree that they did a better relationship in Orville. But just to go by your point, as you said, two things to it. First off, whatever someone wants to be and how they identify, and that's the trait that they want to live their life. It's whatever. I don't care. But I would agree, generally, for most people, it's one of the common traits that they have. But going back to what Antitrekker and I were talking about, you didn't say this, so if you disagree with him, I understand. But going back to what Antitrekker and I was saying about, this is just something normalized that happened beforehand anyway. So we have a gay character where it's emphasized that they're homosexual, and we have a kiss that breaks up the episode itself. Well, that happened in Generation 1 all the time. So, or Generation 1. That happened there all the time as well. So there's nothing special or unique about this. The only thing that might be special or unique is, I will grant, as I think we all would agree, that they have been ultra big on pushing that for promotional and marketing purposes. But in the episode itself, I don't think it's any different than what we saw before, unless you have specific instances for me that wasn't observed before.
I can't think of any kisses in the original series that were between active crew members.
Oh, yeah, that happened. We saw Deanna and Worf. We saw Data.
In the original series.
Oh, in the originals. Oh, I don't know about Uhura and Kirk.
That was forced upon them by an alien race.
So does that take away from the interracial? No, I'm giving you a hard time.
Well, I'm saying that wasn't just the show just going over, its normal thing, and it wasn't a casual kiss.
Was there?
That just so happened.
Well, I think that goes back
how
to
about
how they.
the
Go ahead, Positive. I'm sorry.
how about Balance of Terror? Did the two that were going to get married, did they kiss or no?
No, they didn't actually kiss.
Well, and that
Okay.
I think that kind of goes back to standards. Well, no, I guess they wouldn't have had any issues with standards back then.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a standards issue because they were engaged. But but I think that the fraternization thing, I think that they did avoid it.
Well, that goes back to the way they looked at Starfleet too. Like in Starfleet, the original series, they were a military, right? And they tried to change that in TNG.
Well, plus what? How many handicapped people have been on?
I'm never going to defend that.
Shown on Star Trek.
I don't think that's right. Well, I mean, there were Starfleet officers that were handicapped. They had it in DS9. But
Is it mainly just?
Well, they had Captain Pike in the original series.
Yeah, Captain Pike in his big, super duper motorized wheelchair.
They had the
and then you had
more than a wheelchair.
Well, yeah, a super geologian machine wheelchair, then whatever you want to call it.
Kurogan Tech.
Mm-hmm.
They had
That's why the chair was so slow, because it was Kurogan Tech.
I forget the name, but they had a scientist that was a peer of Bashir, and she was in a fancy wheelchair as well. But
right, because her home planet's gravity was a lot
she wasn't disabled. That's just her natural state.
Wasn't it Discovery or something?
Well, yeah, Discovery had the guy that was the
Discovery has just a guy in a regular wheelchair going up and down the hallways.
You know, they want to make a statement. I want to see them do that when the Discovery is attacked, and you see the ship, like everybody goes flying to the left because the ship actually turns.
Yeah, and he falls down and can't get up.
Or they show how that works, because normal people who stand up can't like stay on their feet. So I'll never defend. That's just
as someone in a wheelchair, I don't want to see them still using wheelchairs.
Right.
Fix his back. How about that?
Or have it just make sense. Again, if it's someone who can't be on like I get if you don't want to see it, but if they're going to do it, have it like I could see someone maybe at a space station or something, or a ship that isn't going to get into battle, or they don't think so.
Well, there's a oh no.
What happened?
Kathleen Kennedy just donated.
She didn't give a name though, so it's Antitrekker. Have to assume.
Well, that's the problem. We don't know.
Nope, too late. It's automatically defaults. Them's the rules.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Them's
we don't know for sure. Do a full sack 2 balls. So whoever Kathleen Kennedy is wants 2 balls, but I'm not sure if Kathleen Kennedy wants Lore Reloaded to do 2 balls or wants me to do 2 balls. That's a conundrum.
I think it means you both do them then.
I think that it means that whose channel was it done on?
That's a good point.
Well, we don't know that either because it was done through Streamlabs. So
we don't
on your channel.
We know it could be either one because the Streamlabs link could have come from
But we don't share those tips, good friend.
Yeah, we need to find out. Let's see.
Hold on.
I'm gonna have my investigative team work on that.
I can actually hold on. Hey, Kathleen Kennedy, if you could for us, please, just go ahead and give like $1 or whatever, and then tell us like who it was, and then I think we'll go with that. So that's what we're going to do. If you guys can give a second, I am quite sure she is.
Laura's massively trying to type in a donation for one.
She is taking care of this right now.
I see you typing right now, Laura. You need to stop typing.
No, I don't know what what are you talking
about?
Yeah,
you need to stop typing, Laura.
Okay.
Stop typing, Laura.
I'm sorry. No, I don't know. I don't even know.
Stop reaching for that keyboard, Laura. Stop it.
I'm not typing.
Stop typing, Laura. Put that hand back up.
I'm not. You can't hear any typing or anything. I don't know what's going on. These things are weird. I was responding in my chat, so I can't even say what's Oh look! Kathleen Kennedy just gave $1.
Yeah, amazing how when you had your hands on the keyboard, how Kathleen Kennedy.
Who are we really to question? God works in mysterious ways, as does Kathleen Kennedy. That's all I say.
Ooh! Did you just compare Kathleen Kennedy to God? Oh. That's just wrong.
Well, we all know that Satan attempts to mimic God, so maybe Kathleen Kennedy works in the same way.
Oh Lord!
I mean, you guys are eating like Satan's pleasure chocolate, so he's probably, with
Ooh.
you guys.
She wanted the
Well,
two balls, didn't she?
It's funny because
There's another 40.
You know what's crazy?
Is it really? I didn't see.
You know what's crazy?
Kathleen Kennedy just put up another $40.
Yeah, her
That's funny because I was just going to look at the investigation and I saw that last $1 came from Reloaded Studios.
It's crazy.
Amazing how that happened. I don't know what happened there.
First off, it's amazing that the Kathleen Kennedy name continues to change. Like there was a space in it beforehand, and then it was misspelled. And now the other 40, it's together. It's funny how that gets changed. I don't know who is stealing my intellectual property, but if you will give me that information, I will get on that right quick.
All right, so you ready for the 2 balls there, Laura?
Well, I don't know why you're looking at me. No one said my name again.
Take a look again, buddy.
No.
There's another 40 in there. It's also.
What's up?
Why are you playing on a glove?
Because I'm about to eat something that's not good for me.
God, he's got his kid there.
Yeah, no, Laura, it's like, hey, you want to eat one of these?
You want some chocolate?
Ooh.
Why are you laughing?
Not laughing at anything. Love you. Totally unprofessional relationships and fraternizations are big values in the military. That may be true. I don't know. There is a lot of fraternization in the military. That's not untrue.
Well, I can't speak for today, but I know that back in the 80s when I was in the military, they were very, very strict about that. Like they would say,
"Good night, Deej."
Yeah. So,
my nephew was in the military 5, 6, 7 years ago, and he no, go, buddy, no, not right now, go. He said it happened quite a bit. In theory, you can get in trouble for it, but apparently they don't. The JAG doesn't go after you.
right.
Talk to you later,
Yeah.
Arctic. Thanks for coming by. All right. So
back in my day, man, they would talk about if you got somebody pregnant, they'd start talking about like your legal, moral, ethical
guys, I can't hear
obligations.
nothing. 1 second.
Your legal, moral, and ethical obligations, and it's like you're going to marry that person, or you're going to get like a dishonorable discharge and that kind of thing. So,
right.
so
apparently they don't. It's still on the books, but they don't go after it as much anymore. So.
right.
You guys be ready to go in 30 seconds?
No, not in the slightest. Am I at all at any point ready for this? No.
All right, well, Daniel's figuring it out. I'll let him be backstage. Daniel, just let me know in the private chat when you got your stuff organized here.
Y'all want to hear something funny? Well, I guess we got to wait after this.
Yeah.
Just remind me, school related.
This is gonna be rough. All right.
That's what she said.
And
sorry, I got people watching. I got a person watching me.
5,
I'm ambushed,
4,
is what I'm saying.
3,
There's a girl I
2,
really like. I want to do something.
1.
That's all I'm saying.
Now.
A girl you like if you put balls in your mouth.
That's how she knows I like her. Oh God! Oh God! I'll put balls in my mouth for her. It hurts so much. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, there it is. There it is. I feel it in my stomach.
Oh yeah.
There's not pain receptors in your stomach.
Okay, so EM the Satisfaction put in $20. Are you saying you want one of us to do another one? And if so, which one of us?
Not right now. No.
Woo.
Okay, 1 minute.
So who's going to spit out fire first?
That one really looked like it hit Laura pretty hard.
Oh, Laura's not the only one.
Not as hard as the girl. Oh God! I got punished for that thought. Oh God!
I mean, I am pretty sure Laura's cheese balls are just cheese doodles or something.
Oh, I'll see you in hell, bird.
Well, you are a professional actor, aren't you?
It's true. No,
Well,
I'm a filmmaker.
Maybe he should send you some, and we could test that theory later, huh?
Oh my gosh. Oh,
How long?
2 minutes in, 3 minutes to go.
oh.
Or is it? I guess it'd be against your doctor's orders for you to have one. I'm guessing, right, Bird?
I wouldn't even ask my doctor, just in case they said it was okay. I've told people I don't eat the stuff like this. This just doesn't happen.
Oh.
Yes. It is Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you eat the spam yet?
Sunday, Mama Afraid. The out-of-date spam.
Oh. Okay.
How much money do I have to give to Antitrekker for me to eat the out-of-date spam? No, she's not going to give me the out-of-date spam. I tried, Antitrekker.
Did you ask your doctor about that yet?
2 minutes left.
I almost don't want the update.
Wow. That one almost got me.
Next time your doctor comes over, ask her if you can eat out-of-date spam or not.
Ask the doctor about the out-of-date spam? I guess I could.
Yeah, ask her about it. She should know, right?
Says if you pay me up front, yes.
That clears up the sinuses. Alex Bogey wants to thank Antitrekker for having a conservative channel for trekkers.
Ooh, wow.
Who's got this conservative channel for trekkers?
Antitrekker.
I do?
Does he?
Uh-huh.
Okay. You're welcome.
Alex Bogey says, how much money to give to have a discussion? Well, what discussion? Oh, God.
$149,000.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
All right. Makes you want to slobber.
Yeah, it does. Oh, man.
Okay.
It feels, you don't realize that saliva can come out of your tongue. You know? It's weird.
No, buddy. No. Go. My dog keeps wanting me to pet him. I'm like, no, don't get near me.
Or puppies.
All right.
20 seconds.
Oh, Lordy. By the way, Laura, get ready for another one because Ian paid for you to get another one.
How much?
20.
That's going to take a minute.
But the good news is it was 20 Canadian, so you only have to do it for 4 minutes.
And 5 full minutes.
Oh, goody.
I'm sorry, good sir. That's only $15 now. No, bro.
No, the rule is 20 Canadian, you only have to do 4 minutes. Wow. Oh, Lordy. Let me grab some ice cream real quick. Be right back. Let's see. Matthew's finally alive.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Matthew.
I think it was great that my first moment to interact with Lore Reloaded was something about putting balls in his mouth, and that's how you know he likes you.
It's true. I'm doing this for a lady, and I'm putting balls in my mouth to prove it. That's how this works.
That's dedication.
That's what I thought.
You guys look like.
Got a what?
I wish I can have some.
Some balls?
You don't want these balls, Daniel. You do not want these balls. I mean, just saying.
No, I like spicy food. I really do.
Oh, this is a little beyond spicy, buddy.
Yeah, these are not. Who would buy these except as a joke? Who would?
Oh. I mean, Daniel.
Apparently, Michael.
Yeah, Daniel. These are seasoned with Carolina Reaper. Oh.
Oh, it sounds good.
It's not the good Reaper, too.
No, Reaper with a P. You're thinking something with an F.
And I'm back.
FIFA?
Wesley.
So, when you're ready, Laura, you get to have one more.
Oh, 1 second.
Okay, you guys got 50 seconds.
No, I'm gonna be in it a little bit. We're gonna start it on the next minute after that one.
The
And that's
next
a ball.
window after that. Okay.
Correct.
Oh.
So Matthew, did you want to teach us how to play that game? I found it, installed it.
Are you talking about
Deliverance on Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I actually have tabletop. I don't have Deliverance.
It is a free workshop mod, so anyone can have it.
But Tabletop Simulator is not free.
I see
Tabletop
what you did there,
Yeah,
Laura.
you want to give Canadian money? Let's give Canadian money, lad. Let's do it.
You jerk.
Hold on, I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
Keep everybody entertained.
So, Wes, you are assuming I have knowledge I do not actually have.
So you suggested that we play a game that you don't know how to play yourself.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes, I have
Yep,
zero
that sounds
idea
like
how to play this
Matthew.
game.
Now I've played one that's similar to this, but where you play as superheroes, and someone has to play as the villain.
I mean, that's... I was about to say that's the general idea, but I don't think it is. So, the entire idea of this game is you are the angels and you're fighting against the demons. And the reason I really was drawn to this game is because it was a group of Christians who made this. And so I expect it to be kind of cheesy, to be honest. You know, the Christian movies... think of something starring Kevin Sorbo aren't exactly known for their great plot lines, and that's exactly what I'm hoping for with this.
So you want it to suck, is what you're saying?
Not suck, just be really cheesy.
My tongue is
There's a
on fire.
mild difference.
I think my tongue dipped into the fires of hell.
Well, Matt, I would suggest that you and I learn how to play this game off of a live stream, and then like maybe next week we play this.
Well, that was part of what we thought would be fun, to literally figure this out as we went.
Oh, okay.
And the fact that it is on Tabletop Simulator will kind of ease that, because it looks like all the game setup has been completed.
Yeah, I have a
I'll be right back.
I have a session loaded as we speak. I'm kind of looking at it. I called Gibbs on Gabriel because I assumed Antitrekker would want to play as Michael.
Maybe I sent you an invite to join.
Yeah.
The thing I got set up here.
I'm trying to. It's mad at me because I'm inside the game. Hold on.
I guess I should actually get Michael's stream up here, so I can see comments. The salty trekker. Have you been especially salty today, Michael?
Apparently, he got this nickname from somebody in the Fandom Menace, and he's running with it. He's rebranding everything he can.
Yeah, Cinnabon, I am extremely irresponsible. And I should be playing Echo? No, John. This is what I should be playing.
When you say a game and you use the name Deliverance, I think of a different name, a different game.
Which game? Oh, I was going to say which game is that, but the answer is Deliverance, isn't it?
Yeah, the movie Deliverance. That's where I get that from.
I think what Matt is trying to say is what other game has the same name?
Oh, Lord.
Yes, he answered it too. By definition,
Laura, why do you ignore all the World War II similarities of the Dominion War, like Cisco's speech and A Time to Stand, being like General MacArthur's I Shall Return? This is another level to enjoy DS9. I don't. I'm not sure what you're talking about. My knowledge of World War II is not as intricate. So that might be why. I don't know why. But I think it's not. I'm more interested that Life with Matthew sees Deliverance, and he's like, that's a game I want to talk with. That's an interesting dynamic. Whew. Whew. What's going on?
All right, Matt.
Y'all having a good day?
Antitrekker went to get more ice cream. Or something. Or make a deposit, one or the other.
So, are we gonna get more than just me and you, Matt, to play this, or?
Yeah, I sent an invite over to Michael, and I'm hoping he can send an invite to Lore, because I don't have Lore added as a friend, and it's an invite-only thing. No offense, Lore.
Yeah, I mean, no big deal. I'll see. Just depends on time and stuff like that.
Wait, do I have lore? Because I played one time with him on Bridge Crew.
You did? That's cool. You and I have never played Bridge Crew. No, I've never played with anyone on Bridge Crew. Are you thinking Trek Sharks?
I thought we played the. I'm trying to remember now. I thought it was one of the Star Trek games.
Okay, Star Trek Online. We may have played on Star Trek Online.
Possibly. I just remember it was like one time.
Okay, yeah. I'm not saying you're wrong. It just wasn't Bridge Crew.
I'm not saying you're wrong, it's just you're wrong.
I'm not saying you're wrong, you're just clearly not correct.
All right, I'm coming.
What's up, baby? How you doing? So we're doing another one of these godforsaken balls? For 4 minutes? Because apparently I can just give in Canadian, and that apparently is somehow okay.
Yeah, that's weird. I didn't know you could do that.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to be doing that all the time now. Oh, dude, you don't even know. Because I got a budget here, and now you've just added like 4 balls you're going to eat. So I want to thank you personally. No, you can't change the rules. Lying is a sin, good sir. We don't do that on this. This is a Christian channel. We don't.
You guys good to go in 30 seconds?
Are you ready? You ready, Laura?
No, I'm too busy talking crap to you to really.
We're literally about to play a game about being angels, and you wanna lie and cheat?
I got my cheese ball right here. I ain't lying and cheating. I'm waiting.
Maybe he wants to do Lucifer. Who knows? Lucifer was an angel.
True. I think they're focusing on.
Are you ready, Laura? You got 5 seconds.
I really am not ready, but we're gonna.
Okay, fine.
1 second, sorry.
Hold on.
You know, I'm really sorry to inconvenience you, Bird. I would hate for that to be a problem for you in this moment of time. So I'm really sorry, and I hope you accept.
Really not an issue for me. I'm just going to tack on more time at the end.
Oh, great.
You can't, because it's Canadian money, and they take less time. All right. I'm ready.
Yeah, so since
I was going to say they only let you play as, people who are currently angels, but there is, let's see, what is her name? Shula? I believe her name is Shula. I don't remember her from anywhere. She has rainbow wings.
She looks like Michael Burnham.
Is she the LGBT angel?
Is she like in the Bible? Is that an actual character?
It is not.
I would definitely.
I was gonna say, I'm not saying that I'm the most knowledgeable on the Bible, but I would have never even heard of that. So I was like, wow. I was going to go look that up tonight.
I'm pretty sure Gabriel and Michael are the only named angels in the Bible.
Well, there's one more.
Well, Lucifer doesn't count.
A 4-minute countdown.
Why does he not count? He's just former angel.
No, he wasn't turned into a demon. He's always an angel, isn't he? Or is he considered a demon at this point? Because I thought he always stayed an angel, just a fallen one.
I mean, angels still look like angels. It's not like they're physically corrupted by the fall. It's just now they are subservient to Lucifer.
Do it now, you said?
No, I said, and he knows this how.
yeah, do it now. Do it now.
Oh,
Whenever you know what, whenever you guys are ready, because I just decided to open a countdown timer rather than use the clock.
I like the way you think. All right, let's do it. 3,
5, 4, 3, 2, go.
Yeah, they took some creative license in order to make the game. I'm not gonna say woke, but more inclusive.
I don't know how I feel about that. Well, I mean, if they're creating their own thing and they're not trying to like push biblical values, I guess it's all right. I swallowed it whole.
They
I'm
will
not
be
gonna sit here
pushing
and lie
biblical
to you.
values.
How do you make a Christian game that doesn't push biblical values? That
You
doesn't
can make a story based on the Bible without it being. I mean, look at Dogma. You can.
Well,
do
I
something based
understand,
on-
but I'm saying, I mean, I guess you could make Noah, where you turn Noah into a serial killer. But
where he goes off the deep end right there, baby.
yeah.
Oh, it's still bad.
Very
But
I
if you
want you
swallow
to
it
kill
whole,
2 of every animal.
Noah, the eco-terrorist.
Did you see that movie? They do make him into a serial killer.
I have not seen that movie.
It is
quite
hilarious.
by purpose.
Oh well, guess what? Guess what's going on the list for movie night with Matthew?
Oh dear goodness! I had to be there for that one. I had to be there for that
really
one.
should have had the tagline. Now he's pissed.
Yeah.
Now he's pissed.
Oh. Whew. You know, it's not as bad after eating those 2. It's really not, but it's burning.
I swallowed it whole, but the places it hit, I feel it.
How could you swallow a cheese ball whole?
With the love of God, that's how I did it. His mercy shining down upon me. Oh.
With rainbow wings,
With
apparently.
rainbow wings, baby.
Gosh. I can't wait for you to see this. I mean, and they have Michael. He is jacked. I mean, my goodness.
Well, of course he is.
He
His
has
name is
not been
Michael.
skipping.
He's got like Thor hair.
I got dibs on Michael.
2 minutes.
That's what I figured. That's what I was like. I call Gabriel.
Okay. I guess I could do Azrael or Uriel.
Ooh.
Oh, they all have their own special moves. That's actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm really interested. Keep talking about this, please God.
Or maybe I should take Christine. Christine, the voice of thunder.
Oh.
I'm surprised they didn't do like Thor in some way.
Well, when you see Michael, it's kind of Thor with wings and a sword.
Oh.
And a little glowy. So nothing like Thor, I guess, in the end.
Just the hair. Just the hair and the muscles.
And we got Talu. I think he's going to be our kind of
He's like
Eastern.
1 minute.
Yeah, like a monk angel.
Yeah, he's an Eastern monk angel. He's a wind walker. He
He's a
knows Iron
Skywalker?
Fist. That
Oh. Hey, Captain Foley. How you doing, buddy? Help me.
So when you get in here,
30
Michael, I
seconds.
sent you an invite. But you're gonna pick an angel, and you're gonna take their character sheet to your little named area. So Wes, if you want to be Gabriel, go ahead and drag Gabriel over to your area.
His character sheet. How do I get?
Yeah,
it?
does it not let you carry that? Okay, I guess
no,
you just take those 3 talents off of him.
What's the
Okay.
time, buddy? Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go.
Yeah, I can't move any of this stuff except for the dice. I
Okay.
throw
You gotta
over
give him permission. In the top, there's gonna be a drop down to give him permission to move stuff.
I can move stuff. I just can't move the character.
It looks
sheet.
like I can't move it either, so don't worry about that. I'm just wrong.
But I grabbed the 3
I'm
decks
strong.
of cards.
I am going to get going because, I actually sleep at night. Congratulations. Good luck. Nice to see everybody. Lore, Good to talk to you.
Yeah, always
Matthew, we don't really find ourselves on streams too often these days.
Hey, Bird.
Daniel, hope to see you soon. Positive Candor, Kapla, Wesley, Kapla.
Blah.
Kapla!
Yeah, try not to try to be awake in the morning, I guess, when I wake up.
I genuinely enjoyed having you on, Bird, both arguing and having friendly conversation with you.
Thank you. Don't forget to restart the stream when you get to 12 hours.
Will do.
Okay.
Does YouTube get pissy about that kind of stuff?
Yeah, you want to restart at least once every 10 hours.
And Cinnabon, I agree.
Why?
Bird did sound a little mad at me. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to keep Kuroga representative at the nighttime.
I think you hurt his feelings.
I guess. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bird. Thomas says, why does everyone talk over your donations? Because I don't actually have the stream up, and I'm a bad person.
So Thomas is mad at Matthew actually donated twice, and so that's why he's mad. The first time, and I'm so sorry, it was 15 minutes ago, he donated and said, ban Matthew, lock him up, and throw away the key.
Harsh. Harsh.
The second time says, you missed my last donation. Why is Daniel purple? I don't know. Does Matthew remember Left 4 Dead, Phantasmophobia? Because I do.
I do. Fun games. We need to play it more. I need to stop being such a slouch and dedicate my entire existence to YouTube.
Yeah, Matt. I'm waiting for you to play those games again.
You may want to read what Bird just put in the chat there, Matthew.
Alex, how do you think Discovery Season 2 handled Talos 4? I turned back to Disco just because of it and never returned. I turned my back to Disco. I like what they did with Pike. I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, it's funny. I actually thought that was one of their better episodes. Even though some of the things they changed I didn't like. Like, why did they make the Keeper have such a masculine voice? When originally the Keeper had a very high-pitched feminine voice.
I didn't even notice that, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, the change in the Keeper and stuff like that.
Why did they go back? What'd they do in it again? I'm going to have to be reminded. Because I was thinking the time crystal where he saw his fate thing. Why'd they go back to Talos again?
So they could help Spock because Spock was crazy.
Okay. Somebody, why are we hearing... Oh, is that your audio? Antitrekker, we're hearing coins jingling.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's Dreamers out there donated $2. Says, Matthew, too happy. He ruins all. Ban, please, and thanks.
I love you guys so much. You're just the best. The bestest ever.
So, Matthew, what's the first thing we do in this game?
Okay, so the first things you're going to do in this game, shuffle decks. I already did that. It was so hard. I mean, I had to pick it up.
I haven't even joined the game yet, and they're just going to be playing through the whole thing.
Oh. They ain't waiting on you.
Well, I sent you the invite, Michael. I'll do it again.
I'm trying to recover from eating the cheese ball from hell.
Then set the demon minion cards, standees, and bases together within reach of all players, which I think that's just like one of these bags down
playing
here.
with demon minion cards? Isn't that kind of evil?
Yes. Well, we're going to be fighting them.
So it's okay to be playing with a demon if you're going to fight it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Worked out for Joe.
I don't
Joe-
think he fought
he
any
never-
of them.
Yeah, he never talked to a demon, did he? That was all God's doing.
Yes, he allowed Satan. Satan came and said, "Well, does Job fear you for nothing? You've given him everything." And God said, "Well, take it away. You're going to see that he is exactly still the same person." And he was. Oh, hey, Wes, go over to Gabriel and hit the choose button now. There we go. There we go. Now I'm cooking
Gabriel,
with fire.
I choose you. Go.
Sardi, I choose you. Am I allowed to choose Sardi? I don't know if... Sardius? Might get in trouble for that one.
Wow, this is just going crazy.
He's
All right.
just, what's it called? Dan. Yeah.
He's just tan. Well, he's wearing a cross, so I mean, that makes it all okay. But he's a stone bender.
Wait a second. Is
That's
being
literally
tan-
what it says.
Is like being tan not good?
No, he's black, and I'm wondering if I'm going to get in trouble for race appropriation.
Is being black not good? I don't understand.
Wait,
He's tan or black, but it's okay because he has on a cross. He'll get over that. What? Matthew, this
He'll
is an
forgive me.
interesting...
He'll forgive me.
This sounds like a very racist game.
Yeah, why are you guys playing a, what is it, Scientology game? Or what the hell?
They say it's a Christian game.
But then they have a black person in it, but it's okay because he has a cross? Is that what you're saying? Jesus Christ, Antitrekker, what the hell kind of what the hell kind of friends do you have at this age?
Yeah, man. I think
I'm
at
saying
this point,
me choosing to play this character, I'm wondering if I'm going to get accused of appropriation here.
I completely misunderstood what you said. My apologies. I thought I was like, wow. Oh man, my apologies.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna get in trouble.
I'm
here.
sorry. I thought it. Okay. Oh man.
obviously, Laura
I
doesn't
think I
know
could get
how.
away with playing the Rainbow Girl. I don't think anyone would blink twice
Who
at
doesn't
that.
want to play the Rainbow Girl?
Obviously, Laura has no idea how evil of a person Matthew is.
I'm getting a good idea right now. I can tell you. I'm beginning to understand why
I'm
that.
starting to understand.
I'm seeing why that channel might not be rising as quick as he wants to. Now that the more he's talking.
I don't know. I mean,
Oh,
Matthew
gosh.
should be pretty popular among a certain crowd, if you know what I mean.
Oh man.
The red pill crowd. Oh. Yeah, they join for a couple episodes, they realize it's all a joke, and then they leave. That's why my count just keeps oscillating.
What
Screw it, I'm gonna be the stone bender.
Hey guys,
I mean,
you know, if you really knew just by seeing Michael Burnham that you weren't going to like Discovery, you should subscribe to Live with Matthew.
He's honest about who he is. Okay, he isn't going to. Do you? Ooh.
Oh shoot.
All right, so what am I supposed to do? I have the screen up. You can,
Something about joining a white nationalism cult.
Yeah, I don't want to join the white nationalism cult. I hope that's not a choice here.
Yeah, Matt, what did you do with all the character sheets?
I think the problem is I hit setup game before Michael joined, and so once I selected a character sheet, it took away everything else.
Yes, great.
So now you have to just restart the game, or...
Now I'm trying to figure out how I can just restart. I think I have to quit the game and...
I can flip the table.
I mean, does that actually reset anything, or does it just flip the table?
It flips the table and you lose everything.
Well, I mean, if it's going to make you feel better, Wes, go for it.
It's not letting me.
You have to have permission to do it.
There we go.
I broke the table.
And it's
Oh no, the table.
all into oblivion.
Oh, there it comes
Okay,
back.
so...
There is a way to reset
does it
I
come
don't
back,
know
or...?
how.
No.
I don't know how.
It just looks like it's like falling repeatedly.
Well, that was a fun game.
Wow.
Yeah. Great game. Great game, me. Way to mess everything up before you even get going.
Does anybody know what's going on here? Because I don't.
It's the game.
So I'm trying to figure out how I can reset this. Is this reloading it for y'all?
Yeah, there it goes.
Okay, there we
Loading
go.
complete. All right.
Okay, so I think if we wanted, we could have one more player join us. Do you want in on this, Lore? We can send you an invite.
Yeah. How long is the game?
14 years.
Literally.
It claims a couple hours.
What?
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's see, at the beginning of the rule book or something, it says 1 to 4 players, like 1 to 2 hours.
It
But-
says, I cannot interact.
You can't add?
I clicked on the thing that says gray spectator cannot interact. Click your name on the top right. Oh, change color. Okay.
Don't do that. Matthew has a real issue when it comes to that, so just stay
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, don't pick white, whatever you do.
Okay, now can you add people?
I'm trying to select Michael.
Okay.
What is,
Well, I'll have to hit set up game before we can select people. It's just once I hit set up game, that's it. We can only do 3 people.
well, so we need to invite Laura, right?
Exactly.
I'm getting on. Give me a second.
He's getting on, everybody.
Gain it out.
Now, Michael, will it let you
Not after
invite
this.
people?
I don't want her
No, no.
watching now. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Invite friends. I don't know. Are we friends on Steam?
I assume so.
Let's see. I don't remember. What's your name in Steam nowadays?
It'd be under like Gaming Heretic or something like that. What was the name of that? Simulator. Yeah, that's right. Not job, but tabletop simulator. Played 60.4 hours.
I see Anthony Smith.
Why? How do you see Anthony Smith?
Yeah, I see him, but I don't see you.
Do you remember him?
Yeah, I remember him. He's still friends with me, but apparently you're not.
Apparently.
Jerk.
Way to go, jerk. All right.
Would you unfriend me?
Would not be surprised. All right, hold on.
I don't even know how to unfriend someone in Steam.
All right, join.
I think you got to work at it.
What's the name of your server? Because I can join your server.
I made it invite only because I'm an idiot.
Okay, but it should still have it doesn't have a name to it?
Look for
LWM.
Candy1247 just asked me to add her on that, so that was...
Oh, did you know?
She literally did it. Bottom right-hand corner. One second. Turn off this.
Mr. One.
Matt, why don't you try to add lore on Steam?
Because that's entirely too logical.
Alright, so hold
Darn.
on. Hold
Let's
on.
see, Michael Matthew. Yeah, that's weird. I could have. I guess we're not friends on Steam.
Do I have to,
Or you just don't like me.
do I have to, have the thing downloaded first?
You're right, Thomas. Everything was running smoothly, and then Matthew came along.
I think it'll automatically download it for you once you join in.
Alright, how do I get my friend thing? Hold on. Because you know you can have a friend number. There it is.
Yes.
You ready for my friend code?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's 895 275 94.
See if that works. Maybe try quick invite, friend code. Yes. That is what I'd like to do.
895
Send invite. Yay.
275.
Life with Matthew added you to their friend list. That's...
Oh, sure. So now you're friends with Life
I
with
just
Matthew.
gave you my number, lad. You had it right there.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, wait a second. So our friendship isn't important enough for you to actually add it when I'm giving it to you, just to make.
I thought you were giving it
just
to
confirm,
Matthew.
Just to confirm. There. What could I possibly want to give Matthew?
You just gave it to Matthew.
Matthew, the first interaction I have with him is borderline racist. Why would I give him anything?
You just gave it to him, so now
Alright,
you're friends with a racist.
No, I'm as confused. And I
What?
literally have have a woman watching me that I want to impress, and we got all to talk
Which
about
makes perfect. You're the native Tennessean. He's the native Texan. You guys go to your clan meeting. Have a great old time.
Christ, man. Please don't stop talking to me after this, please. All right. How do I add you? I don't even see it here. I saw that you sent a friend request, but now I don't see how to add you as a friend. Oh,
Okay,
my God.
Profile link. Maybe if I send you my friend.
No, you're here. Hold on.
I mean, this is pretty much what I do. I pretty much
White,
just ruin things.
White nationalist party.
Well, I mean, like I said, ruin things, white nationalists. It's the same difference.
They do ruin a lot of things. All right, so here we go. Okay, so now we're friends.
Yay! And I can send you an invite. Now you can join.
6 hours later, we get.
Now the invite.
See, this is just like the real thing, though. It's like, wait, what do we have to do to get this set up? Wait, where are we? Exactly like we're actually doing a tabletop.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
the
it.
beauty of it. It's like the same. You know how like in a tabletop game, how it takes you 8 hours to set up the game. The beauty of it is it takes even longer.
If this was just me and Matt, it would have been like over by now.
All right, so I want to be this chick right here. Gray spectator cannot interact. Click your name in the top right-hand corner. All right. I did that. Change color. What the? Okay, change. I want to.
Yeah, you unfriended me. You.
Temper. All right. I can't change anything. This is the worst Christmas ever.
You have your friend list up. No, wait, that's Michael. Never mind.
Yeah, I was
what
just
you're doing.
re-adding you as a friend. I know I shouldn't, since I don't normally associate with races. But
Dude, you're the one that's got.
There you go.
life with Matthew.
I randomly gave you the green team.
How many? Oh, change team. I thought it was change color.
yeah, changing color changes your team.
Okay, so now I'm going to hit setup, and we should be able to select which character we want.
All right.
Boom.
It's not letting me do anything. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
I
Now you got Michael.
I don't know why it's blurry for everyone who's watching. It actually should not be blurry. It looks fine on mine.
If it's blurry for you, check your stream settings. You could be at whatever 140.
Right? Who wouldn't want to be Rainbow Wings?
Are you Rainbow Wings? Did you pick Rainbow Wings?
Butterfly. I'm about to fucking.
Oh, Laura's Rainbow Wings.
Yeah.
Somebody's got
wow.
somebody's got to represent, right?
What do I think?
Nina.
I'm okay with representing. What do you think about having Shatner come back and redo Generations on Picard to give Kirk an honorable end?
I think that Shatner coming back is a bad idea. And welcome to the stream, Captain Foley.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey.
Hey, Captain.
Now everyone is here.
Yes.
All right. So what are we doing now? What happens?
Well,
Okay, it says, starting adjacent to the Headley Gates tile, place one map tile, which looks like they already did that for us. So there's 4 map tiles, 1 per player.
I'm so glad that I have no idea what this is. All right.
I don't either. The most I know about this is it is a board game where angels fight demons, and it was made by a bunch of Christians. So I'm looking forward to see what happens here.
The quote unquote on the Christians.
Well, it's genuine Christian since Lore has the LGBT angel here. That's as genuine Christian as they
I'm
get.
all right with this change to the biblical text. So I think we're doing because there's nothing in there about changing stuff that's bad. So I'm good. I think
I'm just saying.
And it looks like all the characters are already on the board where they need to be.
Hey, Captain Foley, how are you doing today, man? I'm so glad to see. And we all know that Archangel Michael is pumped and covered in ink.
Oh yeah,
it's holy ink. It glows gold.
I'm not bad. I've been busy all day, so I apologize I can get here sooner. But
That's all good, man. We're just hanging out, and me and Laura have been eating some stupid hot cheese balls. Laura has been really enjoying it.
Yeah, I have. So why are we moving these things? What are we doing? Why?
Are we moving them?
I was looking at the rule book.
Explain it to us. What's going on?
And the rule is saying, oops, not the whole deck, Matthew.
Put
There
one
we
of the
go.
bad
It says-
guy cards.
Draw and stage one battle card per map tile.
All right.
Where are the battle cards?
He's putting them on there.
Yeah, each battle card should be paired with its own map tile. Icons on battle cards direct where to place demons and saints on the map tiles. So place the items listed on the battle card at the matching icon on the map. Oh, okay. So we gotta flip this over. How do I flip it over?
See, this is where it
You can
pays to
flip.
know how the frickin',
Okay,
Yeah.
F.
Flip.
Whee.
And
Okay, so you click it
flip.
and do F. Very good.
Yeah.
Of course, it's all upside down.
Well, you can zoom in
Well-
and then use.
You can rotate with the arrow keys.
Well, you can also use your mouse.
All right, I get it. So we have these guys here.
We have
So
the Cruel Archer, the Sandman, the Saints, two Cruel Archers.
Okay, so we need to find, I think, the minion, Cruel Archer, and he goes on the W-looking Hebrew character, which I don't speak Hebrew. I don't remember what that letter of the alphabet
It's
is.
probably the W thing.
Maybe. I think that's a good guess.
It would be
So-
very, very stupid for them to do Hebrew things that aren't easily recognizable.
aren't you just pay attention, man? Don't be stupid.
It would be exception unless they showed it was. So what do we put there?
So, let's see. Where's the other Cruel Archer? So I'm picking them up and finding them. This Cruel Archer, he needs to go on another W. Oh,
Yeah,
well.
I put it over there. No. Here, bring it back.
Oh,
there.
yep. Oh, yep.
Stop fighting.
All right. Then we need some Sandmen.
Now, do the cards stay on the map, or do they get moved over off the map?
I guess we can move them off the map so they're not in the way.
Wait, I'm confused now.
Oh my goodness me.
Wait, what are
There
you
we
doing? Wait, I thought you were putting the cards on the map.
So I'm trying to find. You're supposed to match up the minion card with the associated battle card you drew. So I'm looking for Sandman.
But I didn't draw a battle card.
Well, that I drew.
So you drew the cards for me.
Yeah, he's playing the game for us, I think.
Okay, so we just don't do anything and we just let Matthew.
I'm getting it set up. I'm getting it set
You
up.
have to explain it to us, though. I found a Sandman. Where's he go? Right here? I put him right there.
Yeah, he goes. If you find the matching card.
No freaking idea what.
Yeah, I know, man. He goes right
Okay, so he goes on the, what is it? Kind of looks like an X. It looks like. No, wait. Kind of a backward C.
Okay, so this is a backward C. So that's what we do.
Yeah.
Where'd the other archer go?
It's this symbol right here. See, it's.
Okay, and the other Sandman goes on the backward C.
It is.
There we
It's
go.
this
All
symbol
right.
right here. I have it tattooed on my wrist.
Well,
Oh, yes. What does it mean?
I'm not telling.
Huh?
I hope the audience is enjoying this.
Okay, so for each
You
demon,
must know it's
which
a
we
number.
pulled out here.
It's a number.
Yes, it is a number.
Is it somewhere between 1 and 9?
Yes, in fact.
Ah.
Oh, okay, look. I see I have made a mistake, and that's fine because it's what I do.
sweet. And since you haven't explained any of it to us, we're not making the mistake. So I think we're doing.
It's all right. So,
Oh, they have the symbol right there, don't they? Look at that.
yes.
Look.
So I think you see where I'm going. So it says draw on stage 1 battle card per map tile. The battle card is the little cruel archer or Sandman guy.
All right.
Icons on battle cards direct where to place demons and saints on the map tiles. So place the items listed on the battle card at the matching icon on the map tile. So this cruel archer card, it had the X cruel archer, C cruel archer, and the W should be a saint. And are we the saints?
Now. I don't. It's gone now.
Yeah, I think we're the Saints.
Do I have?
I think we're the.
I don't have a symbol. That's no. Hold on. That's not me. That's Gabriel. I'm the pretty butterfly over here. Hold on.
I'm the pretty butterfly.
I'm a beautiful butterfly.
You know, the one person I know that's not screwing this up, Captain Foley.
Right? But it's fun to watch you guys screw it up.
Okay, so
you drinking tonight?
I'm gonna put
No.
the battle card.
You should be
on the map tile. If everyone could like pick a map tile and find your minion pieces that go on it.
Where are the minion pieces?
I have minions?
The minion standees in this brown baggie.
Bag? Yeah.
How do we know what our
You click and drag.
So it'll say.
Well, what was that? Someone grabbed the wrong thing. Someone's grabbing minion cards instead of minion standees.
Well, you said to click and drag on the minion thing.
The minion
standees.
Okay, so
this is the worst.
I need
Christmas
2 cruel archers.
Yeah, guys,
What is your thing with Christmas?
There we go, and then 1 saint.
Well, if you hate Christmas,
who's stealing my?
It was
Okay, so the top left one's all set up.
Yay!
So what are these cards and what do they mean? How's it set up? What's the? Okay, so this.
I haven't gotten that far. We're still in the setup stage.
Which saint is that?
So the saint is this blue thing. I'm not sure what we're gonna do with it yet, but that's the saint. I think we're supposed to defend the saint. I don't know. I haven't read any of the instructions.
Yay! Who the heck needs instructions? Screw it.
Oh, guys, I'm fading quick. I don't know. About all
Sandman 4. Yay, Sandman.
Okay, so
right,
I think Antitrekker's original guess how long this game would take is correct. 14 hours.
Well, I don't know. With the way that Laura's fading, I'm thinking more probably closer to Thomas Potts' last chat. 23 hours. Yes.
23.
are we out of Sandman?
I don't know. I threw a bunch of Sandman over at the Sandman place. Mr. Sandman, throw me some crap. Because you know this is all just a trap.
Okay, there we go. Sandman, and then the saint tile.
Hateful fiend. Lots of hateful fiends.
Goes there. All right, and then this last card, bottom right, we need 1 more cruel archer card.
I saw one.